Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3 Estia province. There's a bunch of orcs looking for a fight. Mowgli is a commando knob, an infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style begins with a twin link shooter, Death Skull's elite scheme here, alongside Dorg and a Mekboy, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat with a bunch of orky gadgets. Rounding off the team, handsome Sodding and a Warboss, a melee hero walking through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front line. Freebooters DLC scheme here. On the red team, Blythe and a brother captain, a durable hero walking through objects, cannot be suppressed, powerful offense and support, fighting in melee. Alongside, this translates as bearded something or other, so we'll go with that. Playing a sorcerer, an offensive hero with powerful control, disruption and battlefield manipulation. This is the Alpha Legion elite scheme. Doom bolts. Decent hit on those orcs over there, and rounding off the teams, TheOrangeMuppet and a Warp Spider Exarch, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat by default, great for capping and harassing with some powerful control. Big 2v2 fight in the mid. Does the Sorcerer make it out? Nope. Sorcerer does not make it out. Warboss down to 18 hit points. Looks like he's okay. CSM are trying to chase him out there. Can the Warp Spider tie up one of these guys, maybe? Nope, backs off to heavy cover. Got triple Guardians here. Heretic still in play, looking for another angle. Very early, slight VP lead for the Orky team, but now it's a 1v1 cap. Heretics getting in. Nicely done by Bearded, finding a way to get the Heretics into melee there. Got a War Banner on the east side. There's that Mekboy with some Daka. And the Heretics Doom Blast and run. Now it's up to the Eldar. Warp Spider Exarch gets a good revive. Gave him a chunk of XP. Sorcerer gets away. And there's that firepower of the Guardians. Just drenching those sluggers in DPS. And they are forced to turn away. There's a bunch of Daka though coming in. I don't think he wants to try and trade with the shooter boys really. Stun bomb. Hits a couple of models. Coming over to the mid from the west side. What is going on the west side? Not a whole lot. Some idle shooter boys. They're going for the VP now, though. Electric armor in for the mech. You okay, Mr. Warp Spider? I think he's alright. There's no melee around here to punish the retreat. On the east side, though, contested power turning blue for the Orks. Got sluggers with burners. Double purgation for Blythe. That second Heretic squad for Bearded. And triple shooter boys for Dorg. That's a lot of Daka. Got the captain pushing through the west side. Stormtroopers be capping. And that is really bad news for the shooter boys with the incinerator on the garrison. Roasted in there. And they all die. I like that they fly out the garrison as they die. Very dramatic. It's just good visually, I think, for the players to see stuff dying like that. Probably why they did it. 2v1. Cap for the red team. Mowgli calls the 2 on the west side there. Bearded, ready to pounce back into the mid though with some Tzeentchian worship. No Eternal War on these fellas. Where's the power gone? I don't think he's spent any power yet, Bearded. Burner's got their sluggers. Have they? There we go. Those guys were infiltrated, but now they're capping, they'll be spotted. And they drop to model pretty bloody quick, actually. Heretics, they need to Doom Blast and run. Sorcerer also runs. Where are the other Heretics? Oh, they were back at base. It's going to be tricky, though. If he sends both those Heretics into the Sluggers, then there's going to be a bunch of electric armor coming in. And he just goes tier 2. Could get Robes of Torment up, I guess. Probably a good idea against a whole bunch of orcs, I suppose. Mowgli lost some shooter boys, now goes into storm boys, and there's a bunch of electric armor. And it does plasma damage, so it's bad news for heavy infantry as well. And here comes the big shooter. Early Blood Crusher maybe by Bearded. Did he queue something up already? I think he did. Otherwise he'd have more power in his bank by now. Warboss decapping that forward, fully matured wreck point there. Daka on the power gens. Can they get one? They do. But that's a decent amount of firepower coming back now. We do have heavy gauge and we do have improved targeters. Really good combo. Heavy gauge lets you shut down a single entity like a hero super effectively, and this just gives you more range, more damage. Grenade on the war banner. Didn't do much to it. There's that heavy gauge. Shutting down the Warboss, needs to run. More Orks coming in from the flank though. Doom bolts. That's a good Doom bolts. That hit a lot of stuff. But there's the big retreat from TheOrangeMuppet. And now the power, I think, is going to be fully hit here. Calls out the 2. Not sure where the rest of bearded stuff is. Oh, here's some of it. Those heretics. Oh, they got a full cap on the VP there. And here's Blythe with the double purgation. Storm Boys with their very fanciful jump animation getting in behind them. And instantly getting suppressed. It's a very stabby Kommando though, with the Assassin's Knife. Also gets out of there with stick bombers in too. Did he chuck his stick bombs? No, I think he was infiltrated for too long, lost his too much energy. Couldn't chuck his stick bombs. Sluggers flee. Anything for the brother captain? Yes, Psychic Lash. Helped to shut down the Kommando, I guess. Mekboy having a go. Thought about electric armor, but he's got no energy left. Sorcerer now with the Robes of Torment up. And what is this? That is double purgation on the gens. Going for the node first. And they got it. And they get a full bash here. These guys might jump them. But they didn't fully reinforce. I don't know if they'll get a full bash. They got 2 of the gens, good enough. Get out of there, fellas. No glory in pointless defeat, that's right. Unless it has a point, and then get yourselves defeated, I guess. Brother Captain grabbed the VP. The old strike squad with their Tomes of Titan grabbing a wreck point. And now he needs to back up and try to regroup. And at least try to hold his power while his purgation are off the field here. Back to the east side. A war banner buffing some Orks. Guardians trying to reposition. These guys got caught though. Where's the Warp Spider? He is on the east side as well. We got, yeah, triple battle equipment and this war gear here, so he couldn't go tier 2 super fast. And Bearded didn't get any units out in tier 2 quickly. I guess the Robes of Torment is the thing that was queued up, or maybe the Marco Zinc CSM was queued up. He should have got a unit on the field though. Terminator Librarian coming through for Blythe. I guess it was still quite an early tier 2. I mean, Dorg just started it. But if you go early tier 2, you want to come out swinging with a high impact unit, such as a Blood Crusher. Here's the Rod of Warpfire now. Perhaps he thought that the Robes of Torment was a high impact piece of war gear. I mean, it certainly can be. All the gens go down. I'm always surprised how well Shooter Boys can power bash. I guess that was 3 of them there and a Mekboy shooting. Okay, Blythe has pulled back and is defending the power. Kommando on the prowl. Could open up with a stick bomb throw, or can he? I think he's out of energy again. He needs more levels, this guy. Still level 1. There's that Terminator Librarian. Support sub-commander for the old Ordo Malleus fellas. He's good in melee, but has some awesome support stuff he can do, which I'm sure we'll see. Uh-oh. Stormtroopers get duckered to death, maybe. Noise Marines helping them out. Shutting down ranged weapons with their Sonic Blaster. And there's some electric armor, and there's Cacophony. It's all kicking off over it. CSM make it out. Zinchian Worship helping. Oh, there were more heretics back there idle. On the west side, there's a Sanctuary. That prevents melee units, well, enemy units from entering. Very good to protect the double purgation from the Storm Boys, eh? Stick bombers are in. And there's still sluggers here too to protect them from. East side on this power again. Can it be defended? Double grenades on that Storm Boy Knob Leader. Killed him. That was cool. There's Ard Boys on the Storm Boys. Does it let them get away? Looks like they get out. And that, I think that Ard Boys saved them. That was quite clutch. That's a global ability of the Warboss, giving a 25% damage resistance. These guys flee. Now, can they get on the power and get it down quickly here. I'm not sure if... It's got some warp spiders they need to reinforce, though. Not sure if the triple guardians could shoot them down quickly enough. But the captain's got his hammer. Very good hammer. Another good way to shut down melee of your enemy. Did you level up yet, Mr. Kommando? No. Brother Captain is level 2 with... oh, he lost some purgation. There's more purgation on the way, though. I see some models around. I think he went for a power bash and got caught, and I guess the Sanctuary wasn't around or wasn't ready for him. 384 to 402. They're really trying to kill the Stormtroopers, but they jumped to the wrong spot. And now they got a long retreat back. Back to the mid. That was just a Chains of Torment over there we saw the end of. That red stuff on the ground. Mekboy getting into everyone's face. Chucks out the electric armor. Heretics white. Last Master might be able to get one more good shot here. Well, it hit the Sorcerer. Use your choppers on the Storm Boys. Global buff from the Warboss, giving 30% more damage and more melee skill. Trying to get a kill with it. Oh, but he couldn't do so. Use your choppers and use a Bomber Boy and still couldn't get the kill. Here comes Blythe. With these fire. Stick bombs. And now a stun bomb from the Kommando. Oh, I didn't hit that much though. A bit far away. Was that the Purge Soul? I don't think it was. He just got suppressed. Storm Boys jumping in. Level 2. Sluggers from the other side. It's a rough fight for Blythe. Decides to just get the hell out of there. Why did the Sluggers run? Maybe because they were just stunned. 384 to 341. Quite even on the VPs. Who's down over here? Warp Spider's down. Warboss levels to 3. He's got his boss pole going. Guardians run. This power's going to be stolen back, it looks like. Because that is an Orky generator. Yeah, 2 Storm Boy squads to try and deal with. We have a Dreadnought. Maybe Mark of Khorne in it. Because he can teleport it out and stuff. Blast Master. Oh, hits the light. That would have been a good shot, I think. Stick bombs go in. A little bit of friendly fire as the Storm Boys jump after him. Those guys quickly flee. Those are stun bombs now. Stick bombers can chuck stun bombs and stick bombs. They got all the bombs you like. Chains of Torment wears off. And there's some Tzeentchian worship now. 384 to 303. Mekboy comes in with electric armor again. Big pain in the arse, but he's forced off. What's going on west side? It's turning red. There's that Sanctuary again, sending these Storm Boys off with Ard Boys on them, actually. Dreadnought. Not really threatened too much right now. But all of the Orks go tier 3. Handsome asking about anti-vehicle. Does anyone have one? Or any? There's the blasters up on the flash kits, which are not anti-vehicle weapons, as fancy as they look. They're very actually bad against vehicles because they do psychic damage. Which you could argue would affect the pilots of the vehicles, but it's not how the game works, isn't it? Storm Boys jumping in. Where's the Sanctuary? Oh, no need. They're gone. There's still sluggers here, though. I think he wants to fight them. That's why he's not using it. And that was Demolishing Strike as well. From the old ammo. Got a full bash there, Blythe. Dreadnought still on the warpath. Sorcerer gets the cap. Here we see double tank busters from Mowgli. And tank busters from Dorg. Can the Dreadnought get away? Might need to use the warp here. But look at that damage. There's huge amounts of anti-vehicle. There's the warp. Gets it far enough away. That's a global ability, teleporting a friendly unit to the Sorcerer's location. So you can often use it to save something, but are they going to be saved? Storm Boys take it down. That was really, really far forward to send your Dreadnought. Probably felt confident because of the warp, but the Sorcerer was just a bit too close. Couldn't get far enough away. quickly enough. 287 to 301 on the VPs. Handsome with looted tank on the way. I'd say maybe don't get any more vehicles ever because of the triple tank busters around. This is still fully bashed and decapped. Storm boys are on it though. I can res as Handsome Sodding, talking about the Mekboy here. A Seer Council is up for OrangeMuppet. Powerful melee squad with good mobility, good damage, decently tough, and they provide a damage resistance aura around them. And we've got Dark Creepers in now too. These guys are limited to one, much like Seer Council. Powerful anti-infantry range squad. Trying to give you ranged superiority, those guys. There's a Paladins in now for Blythe. Unique to the Brother Captain. Lots of hit points. Big old hammers. And inspirations on kill. You see they're getting kills off their Stormbolters there. Inspiring the Terminator, Librarian, who now runs. And he also has inspiration on kill, that guy. Looted tank has a word with him. Getting really close for a tank, fellas. Because these guys have that heavy melee. Teleporting away. Sluggers are on them now, and they will do surprising amounts of damage to Terminator variants when they've got their burners. Are the Storm Boys getting on them? No, they missed them. Now they're trying to get on them. Can these guys get away? Can the Sorcerer save them, maybe? Storm Boys doing a little jump to get the stun. Because Terminators don't like getting stunned. There's the Chains of Torment. Help save those Paladins. They made it out. Now the Seer Council can get a heavy melee upgrade on their spears to mess that tank up. But no sign of it yet. We don't see a Nob squad yet either. Speaking of tanks, Chaos Predator on the way for Bearded. There's the Dark Creepers with their aspect. 287 to 242. 2-1 for the Orky blue team. Seer Council backing off. Still some Guardians in play there. Oh, full bash and a decap. Well done, lads. This wreck point is decapped though. Blythe needs to get on that. That was warp fire there to knock back the Warboss. Did he just consume a CSM model? It looked like he got healed by something, the Sorcerer there. I don't know. Blast Master doing Blast Master things. Did he get a good shot there? Nope, gets a miss. Don't think he has vision on this. There we go, now he does. Down goes the Warboss. Warboss did get a decap. Blythe retaking the Western VP. And also taking his wreck point back. Brother Captain putting pressure on, and the Incinerators are back on the power. These guys can't tough out the VP cap though. Storm Boys are too much of a threat, especially alongside the Kommando. 1-to-1 cap here. Looks like they're going to get another gen. There we go. Blasters doing their thing though. That's very nasty. Double flash kits, I think, in there, is it? Yeah. Huge burst damage. Huge. Stick bombers. Stick bombers didn't do any melee in on those retreating fellas. They could have got a model or two. We have a Mark of Tzeentch tank to try and take on the Orky tank. Look at that shot. That's huge amounts of damage. Oh, but that shot doesn't hit them. There we go. Down goes the looted tank. Storm Boys are on this one though. There's the warp. Wasn't going to save it. The Sorcerer was too close anyway. And that tank goes down. Could have been a bit more live with the micro on that tank there, I think, Bearded. And maybe got it away and also killed the tank. Would have been really tight though. I mean, I think if he wanted to kill the looted tank, he was going to lose the Predator. The Storm Boys could have just jumped after it. Unless, of course, the Sorcerer was in a good spot for the warp. Then that might have been able to do it, because he wasted that one shot hitting infantry when he could have got the tank. I don't know why that happened. They should auto-target a suitable thing in range, I think. Warp fire. And there's those Dark Creepers. Getting the Exarch back, who gets the fancy Star Swarm launcher thing, which I think is AoE psychic damage. The other fellas have plasma. Or some Orky bombs starting to open up a VP lead here, the blue Orky team. But it's far from over. Terminator Librarian on the VP. But the captain now has the Holy Armor of Titan, which could help get some decaps or some caps. All these guys run. 2v1 against Blythe. And Bearded needs to try and recover. But how do you recover here? Havocs, maybe? Get some Havocs, plant them on the west side. Full power bash. Looks like it. He's got his old lightning hands here, the Chaos Sorcerer. Level 6. Warp Lightning. Ranged attack. Warboss levels up while down to 5. Last Master might be able to get a good shot on these guys. Going for it. That was a decent hit. And there's a Warp Fire too. And a Doom Bolts. Still couldn't kill a model though. 287 to 175. What is this? That is Power Bashing Sluggers. They're going to get all the gens, I think. Yep, all the gens are down. Fire Prism in for TheOrangeMuppet. Next purchase for Bearded is very, very important. It could be a Great Unclean one. Unless he's saving up red for Terminators, maybe. Nope, Great Unclean one's coming in. Going to take a while to get onto the field, but it should have a big impact while it is. I mean, there's triple tank busters, there's flash gits. It's going to take a lot of damage, but can it soak things up, make stuff happen? Some bombs. What was that? Oh, that was a psychic lash. He got lashed. Level 2 Kommando. He did get a level in the end. Yeah, 70% less speed, so it's not suppression, and you take damage over time. Level 6 Sorcerer, going to get the VP back. And there is something decapping here. Could get a cheeky 2v1 cap. Storm Boys looking for a fight, and they found it. Paladins will gladly fight them. Kind of a surprise they bothered to jump in there. It's better to wait, I think, for the Paladins to get into a fight elsewhere, jump over them, and go for the Purgation. Not always possible, of course, about how the engagement unfolds. There's We Are the Hammer. That was a energy burst, messing up those flash kits. Not that they use energy, but it slows them down still. Instant suppression from the double incinerators. They've been on this power quite well, haven't they, Blythe? Need to do something about this Kommando, though. There we go, there's Purge Soul. Nasty ability, eh? From the Purgation. Doing percentage-based damage over time and slowing him down. Very good against single entities. 261 to 127. There's the instant suppression again. Double Purgation putting work in. Inspirations on kill. Terminator Librarian getting a bit low, so he runs away. Paladins are still quite fresh, but the power bash is done. Backs off. Oh, those guys actually retreated. These guys on capping duty. 2 to 1 for the red team. Great Unclean One is on his feet as well. Where is he? Stomping around on the east side. Greater Demon of Nurgle. Should have a grand old time fighting Orks. But we'll see how long he can last in there. He'll passively damage nearby enemies. And has some cool abilities too. And there's some Tzeentchian worship for him. Not that I think he'd appreciate Tzeentchian worship very much. But he's gone to find some Orks to fight. There's the swarm of flies. Warboss, he's level 5 now. Oh, it was an op squad. Murdering something. Oh, some Blastmaster fellas. And they took the Sorcerer out. With user choppers on them. Fire Prism has a go. Still the 2 to 1 for red. Oh, but look at Bearded now. Down to just a Great Unclean One. And now he's in a big old fight. The Sorcerer could warp him to there. I'm not sure how useful that would be. Is it worth a try? Yeah, the fact that he doesn't have splash damage really hurts him in the fight against the Nob squad. Looks like he's going to go down. There it is. He gets so much red for downing a Great Unclean One. 145. Paladins are here. They might be healed by the Great Unclean One exploded, which is quite a lot of heresy. There we go. Might have to investigate these fellas afterwards. The old Inquisition, eh? Handsome Sodding down to 2 units. A Raptor's coming through now for bearded. Boom. Down goes the looted tank pretty quickly with Paladins in there. 208 to 121. Orks have the 2-1. 80 odd VP lead. And Mowgli and Dorg have large armies. Defend bottom, says Handsome Sodding, means west side. I mean, the Commando's got it locked down at the moment. Pushing through the mid then, the red team. Immortal helps the brother captain get a decap. Demolishing Strike goes in as well. Lots of inspirations on kill. Oh, but then the blasters do their thing. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Is it worth giving those guys side cannons now? So they have just a bit more range and can start engaging the flash kits a bit earlier. So they might be able to outrange the blasters, I'm not sure. Maybe not though. But at least they won't take shots running into range. But one of them has been taken out. Sorcerer's level 7 now. We have Melter Raptors. I'm not sure, the tank is gone. So I'm not sure why that was purchased. I mean, they're good weapons, obviously. There's a tripper shot. Kommando now turns around to stab the Sorcerer a bit, who knocks him back. Can they get rid of this guy? Big pain in the ass, this Kommando, using his Assassinate and his tripper shot. Can he survive? Okay, they get rid of him eventually. Terminator Librarian runs. That's an Eldritch Storm. Hit the flash kits decently well. Most of the other stuff did avoid it. There's that Reaper's Barrage thing, which I think suppresses these days. Level 6 Brother Captain. War Truck coming through for Handsome Sodding. Can pile the Nob squad in there to get to places quick. Stun bombs. Do some stunning. Did the Reapers level up? But almost level 3. They've done well. Double Raptors here for Bearded with Melters. War Truck comes in. I mean, I can get on the War Truck quickly maybe. There's a jump. They do not suppress when they land, when they have Melter guns. I don't know why they make all that noise then still. 2-1 for the Orks. And I don't know if they can be stopped with the losses that Bearded had. Giving it a good go. Melter guns trying to do their thing. I mean, they're not devastating against like regular infantry like this because they're more suited to larger foes with their slow firing chunky hits. Seer Council have their fancy spears. Almost level 3. Phase shift used to lock this War Truck down, but you can't damage it until it wears off. And the Seer Council goes straight after it. Down it goes. Reaper's Barrage, but the Nob squad pop their frenzy and they go toe-to-toe with the Seer Council and they are ripping them apart. The Seer Council were already a bit low. Reaper's Grasp slowing them down there from the Dark Reapers. Level 3 now. Hard Boys is on them. Orc Spider Exarch was in there. Level 6. You need to keep those guys away from your fire prison. Can they get a kill here? Yeah, they still got over 300 hit points on those models. Back to the west side. It's a single cap. The brother captain's trying to grab the VP. Needs to throw up Immortal. Didn't do it. I don't think it was on cooldown because he'd had full energy there. But it might have been. Yeah, blue team are going to take this back. So can these guys get through the mid onto the VP and hold it? Avatar of Cain on the way for Orange Muppet. Blythe calls out the 2. And there's an Imperial Abyss from the Sorcerer. Gets a bunch of stuff to run, but it's not going to stop the cap. We now have a beamy Death Gun Mekboy. Maybe he can get onto that Fire Prism. And some Grey Knight Terminators now for Blythe. Still has the Terminator Librarian too. And there's those Paladins. Is it the same Terminator Librarian? Because wasn't he purchased before the Paladins? Maybe it's a new one. It's not like he got subjugated, is it? The Sorcerer's on his team. 197 to 44 on the VP. Single cap for the red team. Can he hold on to this? Just their fingernails dug in. They've got a cap over here. There's a double. Avatar's hitting the field. There's a battle wagon on the field now as well. Avatar is up. Provides huge buffs to nearby allied infantry. And is a powerful combatant as well. Will be great for the Seer Council. Orange Muppet is stressed. From 65 to 44. You guys are not going to grab the wreck point apparently. Take bottom and hold it, says Hanson. I mean, ideally, there's a bunch of stuff inside the battle wagon here. This guy can run stuff over. And has some good weaponry too. Quite mobile for a big old vehicle. Just scooting away there. There's Holy Grounds from the Paladins. First time I've seen it used in this game. Fire Prism ate some rear armor shots there, but he survives. Rocks dropped in by the Orks. Avatar does not care about that though. Goes straight after the flash, gets Wading Doom coming through. And there's an Orbital. Wading Doom gets a good hit. Orbital was sent over there. They got knocked away from it though. 130 to 44. The Holy Grounds last for so long. So long. Raptors. You're okay, fellas? You're okay. Level 3 Dark Reapers, eh? Yes, there are alien fiends. Go do something about it. It's backing off. Terminator Librarian's getting the Kodakame Tonum to infiltrate things. But here's the Orks. Grabbing... Oh, I did suppress it. Yeah, I thought they'd added the suppression back in, but it didn't seem to suppress those fellas before. Unclear. See, Council doing their thing. Oh, they went straight after the Warboss there. To take the boss pole out of the game, maybe? There's a phase shift. Is it into a nuke? Nope. Use your choppers on the knobs, but it just back off. Gets a good stomp, the Warboss. 120 to 44. There's a lot of Orks coming in here. Raptors are not okay. Flash Kids made sure of that. There's another jump. Yeah, that definitely suppressed them. Oh, maybe they need the aspiring champion for that. Maybe that's it. That damage on the knob squad from the Dark Creepers, that is huge. Level 4 Dark Creepers, and they're a model down too. Avatar's like half health, desperate fighting by the red team. Something's... Orky is retaking, is it the knobs, the Kommando? Yeah. But they see him off. Down to a single unit is bearded. Blythe and Orange Muppet have done an amazing job keeping his team together, really. Wailing Doom. All these guys sent back in. There's an Eldritch in there. Right here. You can see the swirlies. Yep, definitely suppressing. It might be that the aspiring champion makes them suppress again, perhaps. He's got a power fist these days and a melter pistol, which is quite fun when you've got this loadout anyway. Otherwise, he'll have his fancy maul. Level 7 Warp Spider getting revived by the level 10 Sorcerer. Good grief, he's done well. Now has double CSM and Raptors. That's an army. No upgrades on these fellas yet. Maybe just wants more numbers on the field first. Knob Squad on the way for Mowgli. Handsome still has his and a level 4, those guys. Here comes an orbital. Couldn't quite get that flash kit mob, but does get the guys on the VP. And they're not retreating, that could wipe them. They aren't retreating to reduce damage here. Oh, that guy did right at the end. Because he wanted to keep these guys capping, I guess. Kommando does not survive the Storm Bolters of the Paladin. 68 to 40. 2-to-1 cap now. Avatar's getting stuck in. There's another Wailing Doom. Oh, set up by the Fire Prism knockback. It's alright. I think he got some Dark Creepers in it though as well. But they're still out there. 68 to 32. A Falcon might be really, really good actually. If you can get the shield up and keep it away from tank buster barrages, it should be pretty good. Single cap now for the Orks. The Falcon would keep these Dark Creepers reinforced. And everything else reinforced, you know, the Paladins and stuff. What level is the brother captain? There he is. Level 8. Red team heroes have done really well apparently. Level 5 Kommando, level 10 Mech, and a level 7 Warboss who does have heavy armor. So there's a big fight over here. Warp Vomit gets all those CSM. They do have Eternal War now. But the Weird Boys messing them up. Havoc's doing what they can. Here come the Seer Council. Those guys run before they get jumped, but there's a single cap for the Orks, and looks like that's going to be enough. Red team fought to the very end. Hell of a fight. But the Orks take it on 68 VPs. Look at these heroes, eh? Level 5 Kommando. That level 10 Mech. Level 8 Warboss. Level 9 Brother Captain at the end. Level 10 Sorcerer. Seems to be level 10 for a while, I think. And a level 7 Warp Spider Exarch. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this surviving of the WAAAGH, although they couldn't manage it this time. I'll see ya next time.